Thank you. Basically, I am being brought up in a meditation family. My parents had known about this meditation even before I was born, and I have been hearing that my mom used to meditate when I am in her home, and even the music was played when in the delivery room too. So basically, I have been hearing about meditation and how meditation bring benefits in life. And I have seriously started practicing meditation when I was 7. As a student requires good marks, and to score good marks, I need to have concentration and memory power. As I thought, okay, as meditation brings me these benefits, let me start meditation and see how it goes. It had helped me a lot in my studies and also how to manifest things in my life. In my 10th standard, my mom has taught me about creative visualization, where I used to visualize what I need in my life. And in 10th marks, I used to visualize that I need to get 10 points. And I used to think about it, I used to meditate on it, I used to visualize how I used to feel if I get 10 points in my life. And I used to feel that happiness and be gratitude for what I wanted. And I don't even know the topic of manifestation, but I just blindly used to visualize and do meditation about it. And when I have written my exams and when I saw my results, it was 10 out of 10. And I'm not surprised because I knew that I'm going to get it. So as I have started my inter, which is 11th and 12th standard, I got to know about the secret book. And I used to read it and I used to practice whatever that has taught in it. I got to know about law of attraction, which is that we attract things in our life through our thoughts, through our emotions, through our beliefs. And that made me realize how I got 10 points in my 10th standard because I have deliberately manifested my reality because of my thought pattern, because of my belief system, because of my emotions. If there is an intent, there is something that we wanted to manifest, all the things that are needed for the manifestation actually comes to you. And with this universal truth of we create our own reality, it made me realize that whatever that is happening around me is created by me. Like there might be so many instances where we blame others, where we blame world, where we blame God. Why is this happening to me? Why am I suffering? Why am I not getting good marks? Even though if I write the exam very well, my university fails me. There are so many things that we blame on others. We feel sad about how our life is going. Why am I like this? And this truth made me realize that whatever that is happening in my life is being created by me.
Welcome, friends and masters, to day 9 of our Vibe program. Good evening and good morning to everyone joining from the West. And today we have Santosh sir delving about the Sutras of Manifestation. Yesterday we had Kavya ma'am teach us about the thought creating our thoughts create our reality, and go briefly over the 5 Sutras of Manifestation. Santosh sir will take it forward. But before that, just a brief introduction of Santosh sir. Santosh Kulkarni, an engineer in the semiconductor industry, finds joy in reading, writing, travel, and photography. Meditating since 2021 and associated with Buddha CEOs since last year, he integrates mindfulness into life and growth, inspired by Chandra sir's teachings. Welcome, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Vignesh, for the wonderful and warm introduction. Welcome, everyone. Good evening to folks joining in from India, and good morning to the folks joining in from the West. I'm happy to see such a big crowd and post your work hours or after your college. And I'm happy to see that you've taken time to join and listen. And so, again, I'm going to introduce myself in a few words. I'm Santosh. I'm a member of the technical staff in Intel. My meditation journey began in the year 2021 and deepened more through going into Pyramid Valley and then again being associated with Buddha CEO. And pretty much meditation has brought in very, very profound shift in me, I think, particularly through acceptance and surrender. And so while at work, I always used to feel that I have to be in control. And whenever there was a high stakes meeting and when things didn't go as planned, I would find myself reacting and blaming circumstances. And I realized that I was creating the thought that was leading to that outcome, right? And with meditation, I noticed that changes began to happen in my workplace, and the same shift happened even in my relationships. And where old reactive patterns were very hard to break for me. And I started to notice that I was able to listen, understand, and respond with care, right? And as you learned yesterday that your thoughts are creating your reality, and I also started to see that I'm creating the reality that I'm living in. So I wanted to explore what is it that I want to create in my own life, right? Don't we all want to create something in our life, something meaningful, something that we want to live for, something that brings us joy? I hope we do. I'm not sure if you have access to the chat. So may I know how many of you have set a goal maybe at the start of the year or maybe before, something that you got through inspiration on and felt that that's something that you wanted to achieve, right? If you want to share it on the chat, any goal that you want to achieve or um, are thinking of working on, basically. Right. Anyone? Right. Okay, lose weight, become fit. I think that's a goal for all of us, including myself. Yeah. Right. Health goals. Okay. Anyone? Career, studies. Um, okay. I'm sure I'll see some of it. Maybe. Right. So yeah. So I want to know, how do these goals pan out for you? Did the goal happen, or did it fade away as life continued, or did life continue as before, right? Or did you say to yourself, maybe it just isn't for me, or yeah. So some of these thoughts have come into my life as well, and if it's happened to you and you're not alone, basically. So one of the thoughts when I used to have goals was, I always would think, what do I need to do differently, right? But as I started to go deeper in my own self, I started to ask, whom do I need to become rather than what do I need to do differently? I think that shift from doing to being, I think, is the heart of everything that we are going to explore today, right? So you must have learned that according to quantum science, everything in the universe is 99.99% energy and only about 0.001% matter, right? We'll realize that as we continue to meditate, we move from the world of matter to the world of energy, which is the field of infinite possibilities, right? And that's where every potential future that exists as pure energy is waiting for us to be observed so that we can bring it to our physical reality. So let me share my screen to showcase some slides. I am a visual learner and enjoy sharing slides, so I hope that's okay. So yep. I hope my screen is visible, right, to everyone? Yep, great. Yeah. Right, so yesterday you might have learned the manifestation science, the 5 sutras that we are going to talk about. The first one being developing one pointed mindedness or developing focus. The second one being developing openness to possibilities. The third one, visualizing your future, reprogramming limiting beliefs, and accepting and expressing gratitude, basically. So today I'll predominantly talk about the first 2 sutras, and we'll deep dive further into the remaining ones. So the first manifestation sutra that we're going to talk about is to develop focus, which is one point mindedness. So you might have noticed that our natural mind, right, jumps constantly between desires, goals, plans, and that happens on a daily basis. The more inputs we receive, the more we talk to people, the more we listen to news, people, trends, uh, right? And you must have noticed that the more choices we may have or the more influence we become, our desire or the goal that we have initially created may weaken or it may get diluted, right, in some way or the other. We may not want or desire the same thing that we initially thought of, right? But maybe in a couple of days again, we are back to thinking, okay, I wanted this, but I'm not working towards it. You will notice that as our goals get scattered, it scatters our energy also, right? Because we are thinking of too many things and we want to spend energy on those things, which leads to a scattered energy. And again, whatever we are thinking of may get delayed eventually. Now, how is it that we can maintain sustained focus, right? So to maintain sustained focus, we'll generally think about, okay, fine, I must have good health so that it supports me maintaining or ensuring that it supports my actions. I must have good mind power so that it helps me learn, adapt, and think clearly, right? And whenever I'm talking to people, I'm ensure that I maintain good emotional stability so that I do not react to situations and I'm there naturally so that I'm stable, calm, and composed, right? And meditation helps us with all of them, right? It improves all 3 areas that I just spoke of. It helps build sharp concentration, it helps you build clarity, and helps you direct energy towards your goals that really matter, basically. Right. So if I were to give an example, right, so you must have heard of Apple, Steve Jobs, so fired from his own company. He comes back in 97 and he sees a bunch of products being developed across all departments. Right. So what does he do? He wants to ensure that the team is focused, right? So it cuts down all product lines and just narrows down to 4 products. So one laptop, one desktop, one for consumers, and one for professionals. He brought in this extreme focus so that all the energy was, instead of going to multiple products, it's just going into 2 products with 2 product lines, right? Eventually that leads to their grander success. So focusing on one core intention channels our energy and creates helps us create breakthroughs, right? So you will, as you continue to meditate, you will realize that you sort of start to gain clarity in your own life. So one more visual that I have is, again, as I was saying earlier, that our mind is pulled in multiple directions, right? So when we are having conversations, or even when maybe me in this class, so are we thinking about past, or are we thinking about worried about future, or are we actually genuinely present without having to worry about notifications or any other responsibilities or tasks that I have to do for the night or tomorrow? Are my desires coming into play right now and competing for my attention? So you will see that the more we scatter our attention, right, the energy also gets divided, and our actions would start to lose power and momentum, right? You will notice that manifestation will begin for your goals when the scattered energy is brought together. And through meditation, we will gently withdraw attention from these distractions and bring it to a single point, right? Each time our mind wanders, we bring it back to and focus on our breath, right? So as this mental noise settles, right, clarity will begin to emerge. And as our thoughts, emotions, and actions begin to move in one single direction, you will start to see wonders, right? You will see that when you're focusing on something particular, right, energy is no longer dissipated, and it becomes concentrated, and it becomes purposeful for you. And it starts to flow naturally, so that any decisions that you have to take or any effort that you have to put through becomes a lot more clearer for you, right? And with that, anyone who feels that their day goes about like this, wouldn't you want to shift your day to where you put your energy wherever your attention goes? And if your attention is single pointed, that's where your energy will flow, right? And wherever your energy flows, that's where you will see results. So with meditation, you start to build awareness and return to focusing on what is it that requires that intention towards your intention, right? So breath mindfulness meditation channels all the energy into the present moment. And as you meditate regularly, you will reduce distractions, build strong mental coherence, and with this, it becomes easier to direct attention towards the goals that you have set forward, right? Right. Okay. Uh, Coming to the second manifestation sutra, developing openness to possibilities. As we learn that everything in this field, in the quantum field, exists as a potential, right? Everything is a potential until as we start to observe it. What do I mean by observing here? Right? It's in one way focusing on your thoughts, your emotions, such that your actions speak for it, right? It's not that you say something, but you believe in something else, right? Your entirety should actually believe in it, right? You can't say and mean something else from your own self. True openness would actually mean holding on to something that you believe in, even when others present evidence against it, right? Someone could come and say that you can't study, you can't pass this exam, or you can't get this promotion. But you have to believe in yourself. You know that you're working towards it, right? You have to trust that the probabilities are fluid and they may take you in different directions. But ultimately, as long as you remain focused and remain open, you will ultimately reach where you need to. And miracles will occur even when logic dictates against it, right? So as long as you believe that it matters and stay with it, you will start to see it happen. You will start to see that you as an energy being are being open and receptive to this possibility, right? So what does being open mean, right? How do you allow these experiences to flow into your own life, right? What is it that you believe in? Because the power of your belief will make things happen. So there's a wonderful book. It's called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Richard Murphy. And it's a very amazing book, and I highly recommend that all of you actually go ahead and read it. You will start to notice that you can actually give directions from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind to being open and intentional about something that you want, something that you believe in, and with the regular practice of meditation, right? Spending time in the field, in the emptiness, right? It's the state wherein you go beyond thoughts, people, and the labels that you have assigned to yourself, right? You're opening yourself to an infinite field of possibilities. So you experience this wholeness, which sort of dissolves any limiting beliefs that you may have. At least it'll open you up to it. Right? So, what does being open mean to you? So, one of the most important principles that I learned is to be open to possibilities, even when it's very difficult to accept it. Right? We unknowingly limit our own future, basically, on the current circumstance. So, if a door closes, we assume it's permanently closed. And if we face a setback, we think that success is very, very unlikely. Because if something hasn't happened, we'll always believe it will never happen, right? But as I learned to meditate, I realized that reality was very, very dynamic. Circumstances began to change, people began to change, and opportunities arose where I least expected it, right? The only challenge we are keeping is from our own mind, which we are filling with stress and fear and overthinking and rigid expectations, right? We are narrowly reducing our awareness, right? And you will see that meditation will help you break free from any limitations that your mind has set for itself, right? So, as we spend time in stillness, we become less attached to current condition and more receptive to new possibilities. We'll begin to notice opportunities where what was once overlooked, right? So this is why being open is so powerful, because when we remain open, patient, and aligned through our daily practice, we will allow life to reveal possibilities that our thinking mind could never predict, right? And the more open and conscious we become, the more possibilities remain open to us, right? So I've given a few examples. So let's say I stuck at a job and I want transition to a newer team. If I remain open and be receptive to how people are, wherein I'm not trying to achieve something which is on a set pattern, and I participate openly in whatever is there, maybe I'm introduced to new members from other teams. Maybe new transitions can occur wherein I never thought so. Maybe I go to a conference, a developer conference, and I meet people. I meet new members of other teams, which help open up new opportunities. I build better connections through that, right? So there could be countless places wherein having better focus and being open leads you to actually take this path wherein you're not setting your mind to a rigid outcome. So, as we allow these experiences through our daily practice to flow into our life by being open, we will im- we will inculcate that everything is possible. And this openness will attract things that we couldn't have even imagined. Right? So, with that, I'll conclude on the two sutras, and we will now go into meditation. And post which, I'm open to taking any questions from any of you. Vignesh ji, I think we can go into
Yes,
meditation now? Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So request everyone to actually come into Sukhasana, wherein if you're seated down, you can fold your legs and clasp your hands. And then if you're seated on a chair, again, you can cross your legs and again clasp your hands. And anytime any thought occurs, just continue to observe your breath naturally. Do not try to stop them, do not fight them in any manner. Just remain open and just remain receptive to anything that occurs, but just observe it. That will remain, help you go into the field as it is. Uh, so we'll begin our meditation, guided meditation now. Request everyone to close their eyes. And if you're wearing specs, request you to uh, remove your specs, open your spectacles, and again, close your eyes. Hiteshi or Bharati, can we begin?
Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed, keep your hands on your chest area and resting your
I am
attention
audible. I'm not sure if I am.
on your beautiful heart. With a slow, long, relaxing breath, connect with your heart center. Feel it, dear friends. No tears. The beat, the rhythm of your heart. Your inner knowingness. Feel the center of all emotions, nurturing all life with its higher vibrations of love, compassion, gratitude. Can you recollect an experience from your past? Or simply go into an experience of higher emotion? Imagine that you are experiencing great, beautiful nature. You're trekking into mountains. You're helping people in need. Live in that moment and feel that energy. yourself to direct that energy onto everyone and everything on this planet to help them heal. Where your attention goes, there your energy flows. Relive that moment and feel that energy and spread that energy to everyone, to everything, or to those who are in need. The more you experience love, compassion, deep joy, the more coherent you become, the more connected you become. You and slowly let's go into breath mindfulness meditation with your fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. we are going into powerful group meditation. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. With your attention at the root of your nose, when you observe your breath, your mind becomes less and less of thought. As your mind is becoming empty, allow yourself to experience that deeper calmness inside of you, all around you. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience emptiness, blackness. Where there's no body, where there's no thing. All emptiness is energy. The quantum field of infinite possibilities. The field of wholeness, the field of oneness. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this energy, the more you become of it, the more you receive from it. Stay aware of the emptiness, that calmness, this field of energy, the field of creation. The more you are with it, with this emptiness, the more you tune in. The miraculous possibilities. The more expansive you become. If you find yourself distracted in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to go into that emptiness. This is your divine self, your greater mind. The more you are with it, the more whole you become, the more empowered you become. But can you express gratitude to all things and everyone? Express gratitude to your parents for giving this beautiful connection to life. Be grateful to your teachers and mentors for expanding your knowledge and wisdom. Give thanks to everyone in your life, your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, partners, for helping you learn and experience many things. Be grateful to this grand nature, the fish, the bird, the animal, the planet, stars, sun, moon, Mother Earth, for all the energy, beauty, mystery, and more in our life. For gratitude to everything you use, the system, the company, the governments, the technology that supports our life in many, many ways. Gratitude to yourself for caring for you, for caring for others, and to this intelligent universe for helping us experience this life. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you seen? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds, and then you may open your eyes.
Um, so hope all of you had a very good session. And if anyone would like to come forward and share your experience, or if you have any questions, feel free to go ahead and ask. Unmute yourself and ask your queries. Okay. Right. So if anyone wants to share any of the goals that they have in their mind, want to share it with everyone, see how things are going, any challenges that you're facing, you've gotten started. Mhm. Anything, any experience from meditation for meditating, for doing it for like last 9 days now?
So I'd like to share one of the goals.
Sure, please go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, the meditation today was very beautiful. At the same time, there were sparks in the meditation sound. It felt like as if, the neurons were like firing. It was like a unusual buzz between in the music. I don't know if that was intentional, but it was very interesting. The music and the flow of yeah, I could see like my waves of meditation like calming down and then seeing that black space and tiny stars maybe sometimes in the middle. Yeah, overall I felt I could consciously see how my brainwave frequencies were like shifting um, as I was going deeper in the meditation. Um, so coming to the goals, yeah, one thing, the two manifestation points that you discussed today, I felt having that. So my goals are very broad. Like my concept is like for me as a personal thing, I would say living fully. So live fully in all aspects of my life. So I basically divided it into like whether it's my family, my career, and then my spiritual goals, my personal growth, and um, then travel experiences. And so it's a multiple goals. Like I don't know if those goals are too scattered from what you were trying to explain. Like because I don't want to focus on just one thing, but maybe I don't know if there's a recommendation from your side as to, because sometimes it feels overwhelming because I feel like I should look at life in a totality versus just singular goals or just a career goal or a financial goal that somehow doesn't make me feel fulfilled. Like I want to look at life as a total, like a circle, coming full circle, right? So that's, do you have any inputs on how I can maybe like focus down and maybe I don't know how to like channelize and focus my energy because I definitely feel overwhelmed at times.
Okay. Vida ji, I hope that I'm
Yeah,
pronouncing it
yeah,
correctly.
yeah,
Yeah, so really good to know your meditation experience, and I felt that you are in an emptiness space based on your description, and I really glad to know that. Uh,
yeah.
and yeah, so coming to the goals part, right? I think it's wonderful. You've jotted down a lot of things, living life fully. I think that would just predominantly happen. I think for me, being in present moment in one way. Um, and regarding the goals, right? So when we say being single pointed mindedness, right? It's predominantly that any goal that you may have, it's not that you can't have multiple goals. All of us do have. We may want ABC, we may want XYZ, I mean, or whatever goals we may have in mind, right? It does not mean that you remove everything else and keep one. And I just mean to say that anything that you're working towards, just be sincere towards it and then not to dilute it, is what I would say in simple words. So it's okay to have multiple goals. You can at one point of time you may give prominence to one and not to the others so much. But at any point of time, I'm assuming since we are beings, we working towards something, right? So when we are working towards something, being in that moment, giving it all is all I mean by that in one way.
So we have to pick and choose one goal at a time, right?
I don't mean that as well. If you can give me an example, it would be easier for me to dissect it. What I mean is when we think of something, let's say like, see, it's easier to do so when I say talk about a career when I have a very definitive goal, right? But when I say that, okay, fine, I want to be calm and I want to be joyous and I don't want to be reactive or I want to be understanding, right? There are bits and pieces of it which will happen as we be aware and be present in the moment, right? But what I'm saying is when we are working towards things specifically, it's better to be single focused on that particular goal and not dilute it towards in multiple directions. It does not mean not to have multiple goals, that you cannot have multiple goals or yeah.
One of the goal may be like to create a personal brand and influence in the social media. So whether it is creating awareness about living fully. Like as I take my journey, I probably want to also help other maybe women, especially like post marriage or post motherhood, or how they want to still have their identity and have their voice and create something meaningful for them versus just being caught up in those labels and identities. So, like, let's say that's one of the goal, social media presence. So, how would we like focus on that goal?
So again, I think you're talking about being an entrepreneur in one way, right? If I'm not wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Right. So again, just formulate a plan around how you would want it to look like, right? So visualize again. Visualization is an amazing tool that we have at our disposal, and which we'll also talk about in one of our manifestation sutras. And visualization is a very, very powerful tool, and ensuring that when I say be single focused, right? So as you may come across careers from your friends, right? I hope anything that you are dreaming of creating, you're not diluting that with your own beliefs which are coming from anywhere else, right? So let's say your friend has done something different in order to build a brand, but you have a different plan, right? Again, when you make a plan and again you stick towards it, you're working towards it, I hope you're not getting too influenced by diluting it by listening to others. I'm not saying not to be open to others' ideas, but not in a way that it's disrupting your own plan that you created.
Right. Got
Right.
it.
That's all I mean by being single focused, that you know that you're working towards your own goal without anyone else's action
Influence.
impacting that directly.
Okay. Yeah. And would you like release it in your meditation? Just would you release that in your meditation, just the thought or intention, or would you write it on a goal or on a page?
Right. So okay, so I'll give answers in whatever manner I know best. Is that yes, I may create vision board for myself and I write down my goals. And there's a manifestation workshop that we do wherein you may write about it before the meditation itself, or you may think about it visually, and you're going to emptiness. And towards the end of emptiness, right? Maybe after, if you're meditating for like 40 minutes or 45 minutes, towards the end, we do deep breaths and we do a lie down segment, post which you can actually release whatever you're holding on to into the field as it is. So you can try it at your own home. So after the meditation segment, just maybe lie down and release those intentions into the onto the field, because once we release it onto the field, we are not clinging on to the idea of what we've created, although we've dreamt about it, we've already created a vision for it. Now, those intentions we're releasing onto the field, and the field will manifest it in a manner that it knows best. Okay. And it manifests it in a manner that you least imagine, and you will see that when you release it, right, you're not holding on to a particular idea only that you had at the beginning. And it can happen in multiple ways, and you will realize that.
Right. And you said vision board as in like a physical vision board or
You can have a vision board. So in one of our sessions, I think in the manifestation sutras, when we talk about visualization, we will talk about vision board as well. Uh, there's one more exercise that I particularly do. It's called field notes. So I'm sure a lot of you would have heard about journaling, and maybe many of you may already be doing journaling in some capacity. I find I do journaling sometimes wherein I like pages long, and it's called morning pages. Sometimes I do gratitude journaling. But the best and the way where what suits me is that I pick up a small notebook. I keep it everywhere with me. It's like a very, very small notebook, fits in my pocket, barely a few pages long.
okay.
Anytime I have a thought, it could be an idea, it could be something that I'm experiencing, it could be something that I'm experiencing against someone, Could be anything. I just write a single line only. I don't write sentences, big, big sentences. One or two lines is what I would describe it. And maybe it's an inspiration that I had. Maybe that I felt bad about something. Whatever genuinely I'm feeling, I will write it without filtering out anything. And when I write it for a couple of days, right? Or even when I'm writing or reviewing it, sometimes I may write plus minus. So whether it energized me or whether it drained me or whether it's a neutral energy for me. So doing that just leads me into observing what is it that I'm being aware of, right? And even when you do that for your own brand, right? And when you're visualizing at the top, you can write your vision or whatever goal that you want to create. And at the beginning of the day as an intention. And if you notice whatever your thoughts are, and after a couple of 1 or 2 weeks, if you go back to your notebook and see where you put what energized you, what drained your energy, or what negated you. So when you spoke to someone about your idea, let's say like you described it to your friend, did you feel it was energizing?
Definitely, yeah.
Did you feel that? Yeah. So did any ideas come from your friend where you see when you give out positive vibes for your own goal, how would others feel for it? Because they'll reflect that energy, right?
Yeah.
Right. So you will feel more energized when people reflect that energy back to you, and it happens unknowingly. So you will know when things are going to flow, what situations or what scenarios are draining you when you talk about things, when you experience things your own self, right? So this is one way that I feel is very good to note down your own thoughts of
Right.
how you are behaving in certain situations, right? Maybe your friend is talking about an idea, but it conflicts with your idea of doing things. Does that drain you or does that energize you? Maybe it's not the same way you would do the things. Let's say she's building a brand based on some other principles where you building it on your own principles, right? How is it that you are behaving? And are you being open to the possibility that she's talking about? Or are you just discarding it? So
Yeah.
just notice your own thoughts, right? That will help you energize your own self and the goal that you're manifesting.
Right. I just feel even social media is like a field. Like so many people are like, there's a shift in consciousness for sure. I mean, more the wars, I think more people are also um, doing the inner work. I don't know if that's intentional or it's meant to happen. But yeah, I'm also seeing a lot of synchronicity sometimes. Like you think about something and then you see the same thing on television. It's like within a few seconds or within a few minutes. It's like this little trailer that the universe is giving you almost. Maybe the movie is yet to complete, but definitely you get those hints that you're in the right path or that's the right way to think. Or maybe it's my own frequency attracting like.
Right. So, so you talked about how other people react on social media, right? So there's a wonderful concept called as map of consciousness as to how a collective consciousness behaves. So there's a book written by Dr. David Hawkins. He's written multiple books, but one of the most prominent ones being Map of Consciousness. It puts us on how we as beings, I think individually as well as collectively, are on which scale of consciousness. So are we towards love? Are we towards fear? What is it that we are projecting, and what is it that the universe is collectively doing, right? So it's also builds on top of that as to how some of us are manifesting a collective goal versus the others who are manifesting something else. So and the field responds to it by reflecting those thoughts and ideas around, and you will see that maybe if you're on media, if you're you will see synchronicities across wherever you are in that way.
Yeah, it's almost like the algorithm of the universe versus like let's say algorithm of Insta or something. It's like it catches, I just feel they're very synonymous. One may be technical, but one is,
In one way, maybe.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you. Appreciate all your inputs.
Thank you. Uh, I think we're a little over time today. I think thank you everyone for joining. So if there are any questions, I think we'll take it with the facilitator or we can take it tomorrow. Thank you everyone for joining and being part of the journey. And I hope you learned something out of this.
Thank you, sir, for a wonderful, wonderful session. The first two sutras of manifestation was a brilliant topic. And we will be continuing to see the remaining sutras in the coming sessions this week. So have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day and happy meditation. Thank you.
Thank you.